based on a beautiful, really important book. And it's about a young woman named Lily who confronts the generational cycles in her life and breaks them and ends the circle. And I hope people find it inspiring, and yet also, it's a film about a heavy topic. It's about domestic violence.
My relationship with my father, which was very complicated and difficult. My dad was a very I come from a middle class, kind of blue collar home, and my dad was just of that generation where it's just like he was Clint Eastwood, less is more. Simple grunts is how he communicated.
Okay, gotcha.
I think people tell themselves stories, and this sort of comes back to your worldview that you just mentioned about.
About a month ago, this really hit home with me too. About a month ago, I was sitting in traffic, and I was just and there was just this busload of high school kids that were parked right beside me. I didn't even realize. I looked over, and every one of their jaws were in the ground, laughing their friggin' guts out at me.
I've been doing this job a long time, and when you go on these international tours, you're you start to say, what's the weirdest show we can do?
Yeah. How does a Hollywood star go from beloved funny man to embattled figure seemingly overnight? One moment, Ryan Reynolds is charming the world with his quick wit and easygoing humor. The next, he's rumored to have fled the country, trailed by allegations of behind-the-scenes manipulation, and possibly even legal trouble with Marvel. Could a major studio really be looking to sue the man who breathed new life into some of their most iconic characters? Strange as it sounds, word on the grapevine is that Marvel isn't too pleased, and Ryan isn't taking it well. Suddenly, everything from his relationship with Blake Lively to surprising text logs unearthed by TJ Miller has taken center stage. For months, whispers of hidden conflicts and simmering tensions have surrounded Ryan and his inner circle. On the surface, it sounded like nothing more than the usual Hollywood gossip. Maybe a small creative spat or a paparazzi-fueled feud. But as the leaks piled up, people realized there was more to the story. Cryptic text messages, rumored smear campaigns, and the possibility that Ryan's public grin masked a far more cunning operation. And now, with him gone, vanishing just as the next wave of evidence hit, everyone's wondering if these rumors carry weight. Is Ryan running from the fallout? Or is he plotting his next move, especially if Marvel's legal hounds come barking? For years, Ryan Reynolds has been the quintessential go-to guy for humor, whether it's on a late-night show or in his trademark playful Twitter sparring with actors like Hugh Jackman. Fans viewed him as that rare celebrity who never took himself too seriously, always ready with a one-liner or self-deprecating anecdote. So when the first faint rumblings of Ryan might not be the laid-back star we think began to surface, most people dismissed the idea outright. Yet backstage chatter started picking up steam. Small incidents here and there, hushed claims of Ryan throwing his weight around, raising eyebrows with peculiar requests. Nothing was confirmed, and for a while, the public saw no trace of scandal in his social media banter. Even so, the question kept nudging closer. Could everyone's favorite comedic actor have a hidden, more strategic side? But that wasn't even half the story. It all escalated when Justin Baldoni, renowned for heartfelt storytelling, announced a new film. The production boasted none other than Blake Lively in a leading role. At first, the buzz was electric. Fans looked forward to what Blake might do under Justin's direction, but soon enough, rumors of creative clashes began circulating. Blake felt marginalized by Justin's all-encompassing role on the project. He was directing, co-writing, and steering the vision, which reportedly left her little space to shape her own performance. In the early press interviews, everyone stuck to the script of positivity. Yet behind the scenes, tension simmered. On-set footage hinted that whenever talk turned to Justin's leadership, Blake's demeanor would shift. Then came the first wave of anonymous leaks, painting a picture of Blake as demanding or difficult. She reacted strongly, implying Justin was behind the unflattering gossip. But according to Justin, someone else was fueling these rumors for their own agenda. Yet the real battle was about to begin. Blake Lively didn't sit quietly while tabloids speculated about her every move. She pointed to a persistent pattern in Hollywood where strong-minded female leads get labeled as hard to work with. This was personal for her, especially following childbirth and other demands life placed on her. Fans swiftly jumped to her defense, but soon, a provocative detail emerged in Justin's text logs. References to Blake's so-called dragons, a network of powerful contacts ready to circle the wagons at her request. At the top of that list, Ryan Reynolds. Suddenly, rumors of friction between Blake and Justin became more than just a director-star standoff. Now, it sounded like Ryan was actively advising or orchestrating certain moves behind the scenes. Then, more shocking accusations surfaced. Did Ryan help shape negative stories about Justin to ensure Blake's perspective remained front and center? The rumor mill kicked into overdrive as each side accused the other of manipulative tactics. Meanwhile, the stage was set for TJ Miller's Bombshell, one that would upend every assumption fans had about their comedic hero. TJ Miller entered the fray with zero fanfare, but what he revealed sent shockwaves throughout the industry. According to TJ, he possessed text messages that proved Ryan Reynolds had actively strategized to undermine Justin Baldoni. No mere misunderstandings. These were references to carefully timed press leaks and orchestrated gossip. If the production was about to release a teaser, for example, Ryan allegedly wanted a damaging rumor about Justin dropped into the media beforehand, ensuring the chatter focused on scandal rather than the film's merits. The public reeled. Could Ryan Reynolds, the star who built his persona on jokes, genuine warmth, and a dash of self-mockery, actually be pulling strings to sabotage another creative's work? TJ insisted he had no choice but to speak out, having grown increasingly unsettled by the narrative that was crushing Justin's reputation. He described an industry used to tidbits and mild spin, but the logs he'd seen suggested a deeper, more targeted campaign. But no one could have predicted the next move that would shake Hollywood to its core. Just as these claims reached a fever pitch, Ryan Reynolds boarded a flight, destination unknown. The timing seemed too perfect to be a coincidence. Fresh evidence against him was dropping by the day, and suddenly, he was gone. Some speculated he was seeking legal advice overseas, maybe even bracing himself if Marvel decided to follow through on rumored contractual violations or other potential lawsuits. Others guessed he was simply running from the media onslaught, hoping to let the dust settle before offering any kind of explanation. Airport staff reported glimpses of a man noticeably more somber than his usual upbeat self. Security teams rushed him through private terminals. No playful banter with fans, no gracious smiles for cameras, just a hasty departure that left everyone with more questions than answers. And so yet again, public perception began to tilt. Was Ryan's sudden disappearance a clear sign of guilt, or just a desperate bid to protect his sanity amid a spiraling scandal? Either way, questions only grew louder with every passing day. Hollywood has seen its fair share of controversies, but few escalated this dramatically. Late-night comedians had a field day poking fun at Ryan's vanishing act with quips like, "Where in the world is Ryan Reynolds?" Producers, on the other hand, weren't laughing. Some were reportedly alarmed by the possibility that a global megastar had orchestrated targeted smear campaigns. If true, it hinted at a blueprint for manipulating public opinion that went far beyond typical tabloid mischief. Caught in the swirl was Justin Baldoni, who found his film overshadowed by scandal. Instead of questions about the movie's themes and production, the press zeroed in on the unfolding drama. Justin tried to stay diplomatic, emphasizing that hundreds of people worked tirelessly on the project. Yet, the overshadowing lingered, especially when more texts emerged that seemed to confirm orchestrated attacks tied to Ryan or his close allies. But that still wasn't the end of the revelations. With Ryan across the ocean, perhaps meeting with lawyers or simply hiding out, Blake Lively found herself under an even brighter spotlight. Insiders whispered that she was furious at how quickly everything spiraled, or that she'd been fully involved from the start. Others claimed she felt betrayed by Ryan for letting rumors balloon so far. Whichever version held truth, tension reportedly simmered within their household. At this point, fans wondered if the couple was still united in a single strategy, or if cracks had formed. Blake, for all her initial frustration with Justin, appeared blindsided by the magnitude of Ryan's alleged meddling. Did she realize the extent to which he might have crossed lines, using contacts, timing press leaks, and even risking a potential showdown with Marvel? The more the tabloids speculated, the more her silence felt deafening. Meanwhile, TJ Miller made it clear he wasn't done unveiling what he knew. TJ hinted at a deeper trove of messages, claiming that what the public saw so far was just the tip of the iceberg. These unfiltered logs, if released in full, could cement Ryan's reputation as more of a Machiavellian mastermind than a comedic sweetheart. Justin remained courteous, yet visibly exhausted, emphasizing that he never wanted a feud. He just wanted the industry to see the film for its message, untainted by negativity. Despite everything, there's still a chance Ryan could stage a return, brandishing evidence that TJ took certain remarks out of context. Or perhaps he's angling to strike a deal with Marvel behind closed doors, ensuring that rumored legal threats don't explode into a multi-million-dollar fiasco. If he reemerges with a heartfelt apology or a clarifying statement, the public might forgive. Yet the longer he remains absent, the more the narrative crystallizes that he fled the moment the scandal's flames got too hot. Yet the true ending to this saga has yet to be revealed. From beloved comedic actor to a man shadowed by rumors of sabotage, Ryan Reynolds now stands at a crossroads. Did he truly scheme to diminish Justin Baldoni's credibility, all in the name of supporting Blake Lively, or advancing his own plans? Is Marvel genuinely on the brink of legal action, adding a formidable weight to his current woes? Fans have been left reeling, wondering how they could have so completely misread a star whose public persona radiated humor and sincerity. Hollywood, ever the realm of reinvention, might one day welcome Ryan back with open arms, especially if he offers a compelling explanation. But for now, the memory of him leaving the country at the precise moment incriminating messages came to light will not be easily erased. TJ Miller has hinted that he's ready to expose more if pushed. Justin Baldoni stands resolute, trying not to let his passion project drown in the scandal's wake. In Blake Lively, rumored to be somewhere between anger and exasperation, is grappling with the fallout alongside her husband, uncertain how this will shape her own career. What happens next could redefine Ryan Reynolds' entire legacy. Will he return with a watertight defense and bury the rumor that Marvel might sue him? Will new revelations force him into an even deeper exile? Hollywood watchers remain transfixed by a story that reminds us how quickly a gilded image can unravel, and how sometimes all the wit and charm in the world can't shield you from the truth when it finally emerges. As the story continues to unfold, there's always more to discover. Thanks for tapping in now. Like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you're the first to know when more secrets come to light.